What's up, YouTube? Got a yo-yo review to do today. This is the Yoyo Zeekio Flare Ultra. So, Flare Ultra has been out for a little while. I believe it came out somewhere around Nationals of 2016. So it's been out for a little while, and it is basically one of Zeekio's sort of rebranding of Yo-Yo Empire stuff. This is some form of the Boreas or something, but it's available at YoyoSam, and I think it's like 40 bucks. So let's get right into the specs here. So the weight of this yo-yo is 64 grams. It is made of Delrin with aluminum rings. So these rings are aluminum. This one might be stainless steel. I'm not 100% certain, but Delrin with aluminum rings is actually what it says on the site. 56 millimeters in diameter, 44 millimeters wide, 5 millimeter gap width, so it is kind of a wider gap. I do have a little bit of a thicker string on here though. Size C stainless steel bearing, just the standard flat Zeekio bearing, and standard silicone 19 millimeter response pads. I actually kind of really like this yo-yo. I carry it a lot sometimes. It's been in my desk at work, which is why I haven't reviewed it, because I was playing with it at work. It's really kind of just a very good, like, just sort of, I don't want to call it a beater, because I haven't really beat it, but it's just kind of a nice yo-yo to have. I really like the Yo-Yo Empire stuff. Here it is next to the Yo-Yo Empire Ting. As you can see, it's a little bit more rounded. The Ting is a little, the H Ting is a little bit more H. This is sort of a little more organic looking, I guess, is the way to put it, but it's still sort of an organic H. Here it is next to the En Passant from Too Sick. En Passant, like, is also just a little more H, but it's a little rounder as well. And here it is next to the Zeekio Spectre. Again, this is more organic than the Spectre, but I don't know, it still sort of has that sort of H look to me anyway, kind of, you know, in the vein of where I guess the top deck would be, the one-drop top deck, but it's a very cool yo-yo. I like the weight rings. They kind of make it very stable, very long spinning. It's pretty light, so you push it pretty quickly. It doesn't feel undersized, because it's not undersized at all. It's pretty standard weight. There's a lot, it's hard to say anything bad about this yo-yo, because it's just very across the board, very, very good, very normal, very, like, you know, there's nothing to hate about it, you know, maybe nothing outside of the, you know, nothing crazy to love about it, but it's just a very solid Delrin yo-yo, and I like plastics, I say this all the time. Solid Delrin aluminum hybrid, so very cool in that regard. But let's go ahead and throw it around a little bit. I'll show you guys what it can do, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, we are back with the Yoyo Zeekio Flare Ultra. So, Flare Ultra is actually just a pretty good, solid playing yo-yo. Nice and light, so it'll kind of go fast, but it's pretty stable too, because it's got those aluminum rings in there. And I got this in a mystery box, a Yoyo Zeekio mystery box that I think was like 20 bucks, but you can always pretty much get a $5 off coupon at YoyoSam. And YoyoSam does a good job with that stuff, with doing sales, and there's a rewards program and all that stuff. And I just, you know, I like that they have a house brand. Zeekio is their house brand, and I like that. The Zeekio team recently disbanded, which kind of sad, but all of those players seem to have found other homes for the most part. But the Zeekio products still remain. The Flare Ultra is, like I said, 40 bucks. And just a pretty good, solid, like, you want to have it as like an everyday carry. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to dislike about it. It's nice and light. It's pretty durable plastic. It's Delrin plastic. The aluminum weight rings really kind of make it very stable. It's nice and smooth, too. It grinds really nice for a Delrin. It's a really nice grinding Delrin. Really nice grinds. I really like that about it. It spins a really, really long time. Like, it's really very nice in that regard. It's pretty rim-weighted. Like, it flops just pretty easily. Come on, don't talk back to me now. There we go. And lots of spin. Even after you flop it or grind it or whatever, lots of spin left. Nice flat hub there. Nothing really to get in your way for finger spins, but nothing really to catch them and do long ones either. But absolutely doable finger spin wise. No problems there. Nice and like kind of smooth Delrin-y finish, which is good. As far as thumb grinds are concerned, they're pretty easy as well. Nothing to really catch your thumb, but if you get it on a little bit of an angle there, it's got a pretty sizable lip to be able to get those thumb grinds. Smoothness, now I've taken mine apart a bunch, but this is always pretty much how smooth it was. It's pretty much, I mean, for Delrin, it's like, for Delrin with other pieces, it's like 9.5 out of 10. So really, really smooth yo-yo. And I think it was always pretty much that smooth. Really, the only thing I don't like about it, or I didn't like about it, and I changed it, was the Zeekio bearings. I just don't like them very much. I don't think they last very long, or I don't think they're very good. Plays a ton better with anything else. I think I've got a Buddha, like one of the centering ones in here, and sounds like it needs cleaned. I think that's actually why I took it home, because it started to shriek. But still just a really nice, sort of organic, but sort of H Delrin plastic. If anybody knows which Yo-Yo Empire this one actually is, please tell me down in the comments, because I'm not sure. But I'm imagining it's some kind of a Boreas. One of the Boreas lines. But who knows? Not me, that's for sure. Yeah, just a good yo-yo. Fun. Very fun. I was very happy to get this in my mystery box. But let's go ahead, we'll put it on the desk. I'll take it apart, and we'll do pros and cons. Alright guys, we're back on the desk with the Yoyo Zeekio Flare Ultra. So let's take this bad boy apart. I'll show you guys what the guts look like. The bearing posts are machined very nicely. Everything comes apart nicely. Nothing sticks funny. Those little black thing washers in there are like spacers, sort of. They're like washers that go over the bearing seat. So it's not all just one thing. So, you know, if you do take it apart, make sure you don't lose the little black washer that goes over the bearing seat. Like I said, it came with a 8-ball flat bearing. Didn't like it. Took it out. Put in one of those centering Buddha bearings with the centering groove. It's been much better. Comes with those white pads. For whatever reason, the Zeekio ones are pretty good. They're sticky-er. Like, a lot of times these white pads are slippy. These, I wouldn't say these are slippy at all. They're very solid response pads. I haven't had any problems with them. It seems like they come in all the Zeekios that I've had, and they've all been very good at binding. So no real problems there. It's probably just because they're the same as the ones that they use in the Yo-Yo Empire stuff, and the Yo-Yo Empire stuff is just very good. So the Flare Ultra, good, nice, solid binds. Even though the pads are the white pads, don't fret, because they work great. Pretty cool. The red, like, little centerpiece there matches the red aluminum ring with the black. I just think aesthetically it's a very pleasing looking yo-yo. The rings give it a pretty decent weight distribution as well. Make it spin very long. Make it spin a long time. Make it very stable. And just overall good. Haven't had any trouble with it at all, and it's just been a sort of good yo-yo for me to just have in my bag at my desk at work or whatever, because it's just reliable and, you know, good for pretty much any trick I'm planning on working on or playing with that day.
But let's do pros and cons. So pros, reliable, super reliable, nice grind finish, especially for a Delrin. Great grind finish. Very aesthetically pleasing the way they did the weight rings and everything. Looks good. The hub, while not directly designed for finger spins, it is pretty good for them because there's nothing really to get in your way. Even that engraving really doesn't get in your way very much. Thumb grind's doable, not perfect. There's no like lip that sticks out. It's not super easy to catch and like lock in, but if you get it on an angle, you get them no problem. And you know, just a very good all-around type of yo-yo is probably the best way to put it. I like the sort of like organic H shape like this. It's a good shape. As you can tell, I have many yo-yos of this shape, and this is really no exception. As far as cons are concerned, like I said, the bearing that all the Zeekios come with is an 8-ball flat bearing, and I don't feel like it's very good. I don't feel like it's a very high quality bearing. I kind of felt like I had to clean it a lot. I had to maintain it. I felt like it took too much maintaining, and it was just easier to chuck it and put a different bearing in there. It also, with a yo-yo like this, you know, it wasn't designed by Zeekio or anything. It was designed and manufactured by Yo-Yo Empire, and Yo-Yo Empire didn't design it with a flat bearing in mind in the same way that like One Drop would, and it just didn't work as well. So I feel like the center, the grooved bearing, has really kind of upped the game a little bit. So that's kind of a con, I guess. But if you put a new bearing in, it's going to be an even better yo-yo. So it's got that going for it as well. Really, I mean, the only other con I can kind of think of is at 40 bucks. I mean, you know, I always kind of think of Zeekio as sort of a budget brand. And if for the brand new price of 40 bucks, I'm not sure that this is entirely worth that. However, you know, if you manage to get it in like a $20 mystery box, this is awesome for 20 bucks. And if you have like a $5 off coupon or whatever, awesome for that. So, you know, a lot of times too, YoyoSam will do 15 or 20% off. 15 or 20% off, you know, for 30 bucks, if you can get this for around 30, I mean, awesome for that as well. I don't know how great it is, you know, at 40, I didn't pay 40 for it. I don't think I would have paid 40 for it. But at this point, 20 or 30, hell yeah, awesome Delrin yo-yo. Super great to have around. Like I said, I've had it in my desk at work for a while, and I brought it home so I could clean the bearing out, and I'll probably just bring it back to work with me because I like it. I like having it at work, and it's a good yo-yo to throw around there, and it's treated me very well, and I enjoy it for that. But it's going to do it for me today, guys. This is the Yoyo Zeekio Flare Ultra. You may want to check it out. I've got links down in the description for YoyoSam. I do like YoyoSam. They do free shipping if you spend 10 bucks, and they're pretty local to me, so if I buy something from YoyoSam, it's here in a day. So if you live in Pennsylvania and you don't try out some stuff from YoyoSam every now and then, you're missing out. Check them out. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. My dinner is ready. I'm going to go eat. Cheers to you. I will see you next time.